Law number 4, the law of navigation. And the law of navigation says everyone can steer the ship, but it takes a leader to chart the course. Navigating leaders go through the process in their mind thoroughly. They get aware of any prospective situation. They examine every conditions. They draw on their experiences. Only then they take their team on the journey. Maxwell claims in the book, no good leader plans a course of action without paying close attention to current conditions. Navigating leaders examine not only measurable factors such as finances, resources, and talent, but they also focus on the intangible ones, like morale, relationship among the members, culture, momentum, timing, etc. They have the insight to listen what others in their team to say. Maxwell says in the book, no matter how much you learn from the past, it will never tell you all that you need to know for the present. And navigating leaders consult their team members. They are modest enough to ask what they are supposed to do in the situation in order to acquire more information, opinion, and ideas of their team members. They also have positive attitudes. They think that they are going to succeed at the end. As Robin Sharma mentions in his great book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, you can see the book right there, I guess, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. In this book, Robin Sharma mentions that everything is created twice. Firstly in mind, then in reality. And navigating leaders do this. They firstly believe and keep commitment with their faith that they are going to succeed. They see the end at the beginning. They also are realistic enough to consider every situation from every possible aspect. They are realistic, and Bill Eusum observed that realistic leaders are objective enough to minimize illusions. They understand that self-deception can cost them their vision. So balancing optimism and realism, balancing faith and facts, balancing intuition and planning can be very difficult. But that's the price of being effective as a navigating leader. A leader is the one who sees more than the others see, says John Maxwell. A leader is the one who sees more than others see. A leader is the one who sees farther than others see. And a leader is the one who sees before others see. And that's how to be a navigating leader. 3 processes. Finally, we need to remember that major barriers to successful planning are fear of change, ignorance, and uncertainty about the future, and a lack of imagination. So what we need to do in this kind of situation is to plan step by step. And John Maxwell gives us a path to follow to be a great navigating leader. First of all, he says, predetermine a course of action. You need to know where you want to go as a leader with your team. Predetermine a course of action. Second step, lay out your goals. You need to determine the destinations that you need to pass by. Third, adjust your priorities. Rely on the Pareto principle. Remember, 80-20 principle. You need to focus on the first 20% things that you need to achieve so that you can get 80% of return. And the fourth step is notify key personnel. How you can know that your team members are the best ones? You can only know this if they are giving back to you something at a higher level than you're giving it to them. If they are returning something better than you're giving it to them, they are good members of your team. So notify key personnel. The next step is allow time for acceptance. People change and accept change slowly. That's why you need some time for people to get convinced and to get used to what you've offered them as a change. Resistance to change is a law. Just give them some time. And the next step is head into action. The next step is expect problems. John Maxwell says here beautifully, motion causes friction. So as people start to do something in order to achieve some vision, in order to reach some vision, problems are going to happen. You just cannot avoid it. Okay, the next step is always point to the successes. Celebrate with your team as you achieved specifically determined goals step by step along the process. And the last step is daily review your plan so that you can be a great navigating leader.